They called it the LeBron versation this week. LeBron, while the Lakers was in Indiana to take on the Pacers earlier in the week, he took some time to pop up on the Pat McAfee show in person. On the show, he was there for like an hour, a little over an hour, just talking about everything. So the main reason to come on the show is he announced the relaunch of his podcast, the Mind the Game podcast, where he like just do in-depth like basketball breakdowns. And his original co-host was JJ Redick, but as you know, he can't have him no more because now that's his head coach. So he announced that Steve Nash is gonna be his new co-host. So before we get into the conversation, how do y'all feel about that? Like if LeBron is priding this podcast on high basketball IQ conversations, do you think he nailed it on this new selection for his co-host with Steve Nash?
I don't know the personality of Steve Nash as much, and I guess
Uh-huh.
we'll learn as the
Uh-huh.
show goes on. I would love to pick somebody a little more urban, but maybe he's a little more straight cut. LeBron will probably be the loose one.
Sticks, give me a couple of names of who you would have liked to see up there.
I will say I do agree with Ito. Like I would have picked somebody more urban. Like me personally, I like the Jeff Teague podcast, Gilbert Arenas podcast, even Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. It seemed like more relatable. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know Steve Nash.
And my thing, if he was doing like everything is all dedicated to the science of basketball and the X's and O's, to me, I think Draymond got a cold basketball IQ, but I think it was probably a conflict of interest too for that because he got his own podcast. But I would have liked to see LeBron and Draymond sit down and
And they homies.
talk about basketball. Yeah. I think that would have been real organic. Like they could have chopped it up. But I know like if he got a pod, then whose show is it and this and that. So